This phone has the biggest battery ever packed in a smartphone. No, not 5,000. No, not even 6,000. We are talking a wild 7300 mAh battery. This is iQOO Z10, and honestly, I haven't seen a phone packed this much juice ever in a phone. Now, some brands are flexing their big batteries, but guys, this is it. And it's not just about lasting a few extra hours, okay? We're talking 2 full days of gaming, binge watching an entire season on Netflix, and still waking up with extra charge left. Alright. Enough about the battery. Let's keep it real. iQOO has always been about powerful phones at crazy good prices. So, with the Z10, is battery the only thing that slaps? Or is there more going on here? Let's find out. Now, despite the giant 7300 mAh battery, the phone still feels pretty light, just around 200 grams. It's got a shimmery sparkle finish on the back. Yeah, it's plastic, but it looks great. The sides are nicely curved, comfy to hold, and the buttons placed exactly where your thumbs want them to be. No finger gymnastic needed. At the bottom, you have got the usual speaker grids, SIM tray, and the Type-C port, but it's still USB 2.0, which is... It has got the military grade certification and an IP65 rating. So, drops, dust, rain, it can handle the chaos. Oh, and if you're thinking this looks very familiar, that's because it's basically the Vivo T4 with a different name. Only difference? This one sold on Amazon, the other one on Flipkart. That's literally it. Moving to the front, you get a 6.77-inch quad-curve AMOLED display. And yeah, it looks and feels premium right from the first glance. You have got 120Hz refresh rate, HDR10 plus support, Full HD plus resolution, and up to 1300 nits of brightness. In simple words, super smooth scrolling, bright enough for outdoors, and colors that pop. Bezels are slim, viewing angles are clean, and no weird color shifting when you tilt it around. And yes, Widevine L1 is here for Netflix. Only mystery, iQOO still won't say what glass protection they have used. But hey, we dropped it accidentally and it survived, so safe. Now, not everything is sunshine and battery life, because you only get a mono speaker at the bottom. Come on, iQOO, it's 2025. Like, dual speakers should be basic at 20K. And here's where it gets weirder. They have used UFS 2.2 storage, but the cheaper Z10X comes with a UFS 3.1. So yeah, you pay more and you get slower storage. But let's talk performance, because iQOO equals power, right? And thankfully, the Z10 keeps the legacy going strong. You get the Snapdragon 7S Gen 3. And if you're wondering what about the Antutu score, it's around 8 lakh, which is solid for the price. Day-to-day stuff like opening apps, switching tasks are buttery smooth. It's got LPDDR4X RAM and UFS 2.2. So not flagship level fast, but definitely good enough for daily use. We even played BGMI and COD Warzone. No major heating, no lags, but there's a chance you might get a 90 or 120 FPS support in future updates. Yes, there's some bloatware, but it's removable, so not a deal breaker. Time for the cameras. At the back, you see 4 lenses, but only 2 actually work. A 50MP main sensor and a classic 2MP filler lens. No ultra-wide, which stings a bit. Image quality is decent though. Good detail, balanced exposure, and a okay dynamic range. Zoom, 2x digital, and it's very average. The natural color toggle tries hard, but ends up looking a bit like an oil painting. Front cameras, where the things get spicy. 32MP selfie shooter, and it's noticeably better than the last gen. Sharper, brighter, and even shoots 4K at 30fps. Extra features: Super Moon mode, document scan, 50MP Pro mode, even a built-in teleprompter, all carried over from Vivo. So, is the iQOO Z10 just a big battery with a screen? Absolutely not. You get massive 7300 mAh battery, curved AMOLED display, snappy Snapdragon performance, solid front camera with 4K. Sure, there are compromises. Mono speaker, no ultra-wide, and a slower storage. But if your top priorities are battery life, display quality, selfie camera, and everyday performance, this phone just hits different under 20K. Easily one of the best all-rounder in that price range right now. So comment below, will you buy it? And subscribe for more interesting and detailed tech videos.